You know, scales can free your fingers, but freeze your brain. If you're ready to shift focus from just practicing scales to playing the music you hear and feel, then you're in the right place. Hello, I'm Mike Hayes, and in this session we're going to make some important changes to the way we practice and listen to music. I'll start with a short story from jazz guitar great Joe Diorio. When Joe was a young man of 19, he asked Wes Montgomery what Wes thought of when he was playing over a 2-5-1 progression. And Wes replied, "Sound. We play sound." And I think that's a really important point. Instead of just thinking about the technical aspects of what we could play over a 2-5-1, if our focus changes to the sound we're hearing in our head, and if our practice sessions are focused on listening to the sound of the notes we're playing, I think we'd end up with a much better result. For our 2-5-1 workout, I'm going to use an 8-bar chord progression. Many of you will already know this progression as the first 8 bars of Autumn Leaves. Other people might recognise it as the background for Still Got the Blues by Gary Moore. This chord progression is a really versatile one, and it's great for practicing our 2-5-1s. It features 4 bars in a major key, followed by 4 bars in a minor key. We're going to play this progression in the key of B flat, and so the chord progression now will be up on the screen so you can have a look at what we're playing. The first step is to get that chord progression off the paper and into our head. We want to be 100% focused on the sounds that we're hearing and playing, so we don't want to be looking at anything. Practice writing the chord progression out away from the guitar. When you're doing that, I recommend that you write 4 bars to a line, just the way it's laid out on the screen. That way you can see the form of the song and you'll be able to remember it much quicker. Let's have a look at the chord progression you'll be practicing with. We're in the key of B flat, and the progression in the first 4 bars is a 2-5-1-4 progression in B flat major. That is a bar of C minor, a bar of F seventh, a bar of B flat, and then a bar of E flat. And this is followed by a 2-5-1 progression in G minor. And G minor is the relative minor to B flat major. And specifically in this particular chord sequence, we're talking about G harmonic minor. Also, take particular note that in bar 8, I've changed the chord to a G7th. And this is going to act like a turnaround, which will help us identify where we are in the progression just before we go back to start again. Okay, we're ready to go. We know the chord progression and we know the various key centers that the chord progression is traveling through. What I'm going to do for this first exercise is play the root note of each chord and then move to its second. So I'll walk you through exactly what I'm playing. For C minor, I'm playing C to D. For F7th, I'm playing F to G. For B flat, I'm playing B flat to C. And then for E flat, I'm playing E flat to F. Now we move into the tonality of G harmonic minor. So for the A half diminished, I'm going to play an A note moving to B flat. For the D7th, I'm playing D to E flat. And then in bars 7 and 8, I've created a little turnaround where I'm playing the notes G, A, B flat in bar 8, and then B. So in bar 7, I'm playing G to A, and then in bar 8 I'm playing B flat to B. And I've done this as a little landmark so that we know that this is the end of the progression and that we're heading back to the first bar. I'll be playing the chord progression through 9 times. The first 4 times I'll be playing the exercise, and then I'll play the progression through 5 more times for you to try out your own ideas. Okay, when you're ready, here's the second exercise in our 2-5-1 workout. What I'm doing here is playing the first, second and third note for each chord. I'm going to put the notes up on the screen so you can check out what notes I'm playing, and when you're ready, try them out with me. I'm playing the exercise as octaves, all the notes I'm playing as octaves, but you don't have to do that. You can just play them as single notes, that's fine. Again, I'm playing the exercise through 9 times. I'll be playing the example 4 times through, and then I'm leaving 5 more times through the sequence for you to practice with. Just try and copy my phrasing initially, and what we're trying to develop here is a sense of intervals, how far away each note is, a sense of how far away each note is, rather than thinking of it as a minor third or a major second. We're trying to get a feeling that this note is this far and no further away from the previous note. Okay, when you're ready, let's work on exercise 3. What I'm doing here is playing the first, second, third and fifth note for each chord. I'm going to put all the notes up on the screen so you can check out what I'm doing, and when you're ready, don't forget to practice along with me. Once more, I'm playing the progression through 9 times. I'm playing the exercise the first 4 times and then leaving the backing track on for you to practice 5 more times through. Well, that's all for today, folks. I do hope you've got something out of it. And don't forget, if you like this approach to playing guitar, don't forget to subscribe so you'll be notified just as soon as our next video is out. Bye for now.